In late 2025, independent booksellers across the United States noticed a highly unusual purchasing pattern. Commercial buyers, operating through specialized marketplace aggregators, started placing massive bulk orders for thousands of varied out-of-print titles. They didn't negotiate on price and showed zero interest in the physical condition or collectible value of the books they were sweeping off the shelves. Suspecting these unvetted orders were tied to tech companies harvesting text, the independent news outlet 404 Media teamed up with a bookseller who had just received an order for 1,000 volumes. They took a scarce printed book from that consignment, hollowed out a small cavity in its binding, and concealed an Apple AirTag inside. The tracker mapped a sprawling logistics corridor. From a California air hub, it flew to a Milwaukee cargo node. The book sat in a Kenosha warehouse for 14 days. Once palletized, an overland freight carrier drove straight through Colorado until reaching the desert Southwest. This highly coordinated, multi-state logistics chain identifies these purchases as a deliberate corporate acquisition strategy rather than the sporadic activity of individual collectors. The telemetry data pinned the shipment's final location to a compartmentalized unit at the northern perimeter of Amazon's LAS8 logistics complex in North Las Vegas. Internally, this restricted operation is designated as Facility VGT3. According to internal worker disclosures, when a shipment of books arrives at VGT3, intake operators scan every International Standard Book Number, or ISBN, into a proprietary database. This allows the company to precisely map which published works they have acquired to ensure complete coverage of a given literary corpus. The books are then transferred to mechanical cutting stations. Using industrial hydraulic cutters, like the Lung Picture Care, operators cleanly slice off the spine of each book, removing the glue and stitching to turn the bound volume into a neat stack of loose individual pages. By eliminating the physical bottleneck of turning pages manually, operators can load those loose leaves directly into high-speed, sheet-fed document scanners. Optical character recognition algorithms ingest thousands of pages per hour into private data stores, and the remaining paper scraps are tossed into industrial recycling bins. Amazon has abandoned material preservation at this facility, engineering a ruthless assembly line dedicated exclusively to extracting text data at maximum velocity. The development of destructive facilities like VGT3 stems from a hard technical limit in computational linguistics. After years of scraping collaborative encyclopedias, open software repositories, and digital archives, AI developers have essentially exhausted the supply of clean, human-authored text available on the open internet. Training models on their own synthetic outputs leads to a structural degradation known as model collapse. As the web becomes saturated with AI-generated content, new systems ingesting that data lose syntactic variation, hallucinate more frequently, and fail at multi-step reasoning. Physical books printed before the 2022 generative AI boom represent a protected reservoir of data structurally immune to that synthetic degradation. Unlike fragmented social media posts, long-form literature offers structured semantic hierarchies and sustained thematic context written entirely by humans. This is why the automated purchasing agents sweeping independent bookstores bypass expensive first editions. Instead, they target specialized 20th and early 21st century mid-tale literature, technical monographs, and academic treatises that often do not exist in digital formats anywhere on the public web. These books are targeted strictly for the dense domain vocabularies and diverse mathematical token distributions they provide to foundation models. Curious, while scanning technology exists that leaves bindings intact, these facilities choose the mechanical extreme of total physical destruction. Unsealed filings from a 2024 class action lawsuit against the AI firm Anthropic reveal the legal logic behind this process. Regarding an initiative codenamed Project Panama, senior U.S. District Judge William Alsep ruled that purchasing physical books on the open market and digitizing them for internal machine learning constituted transformative fair use. The court's reasoning focused on the physical fate of the book. Because the artifact was legally purchased and then completely shredded, it never entered commercial circulation to compete with the publisher's original market. This one-to-one format conversion, enabled by the book's destruction, shields tech giants from statutory copyright infringement claims. The guillotines at VGT3 serve as a court-tested legal firewall. allowing Amazon to bypass publisher licensing through a deliberate strategy of material destruction. When nonprofit cultural institutions like university libraries digitize literary collections, their objective is physical preservation and expanded public access. Amazon's destructive ingestion pipeline achieves the exact opposite. By permanently eliminating the physical artifact, the historical and academic knowledge extracted at facilities like VGT3 is irreversibly enclosed. These linguistic patterns are taken out of the public domain and locked behind proprietary monetized API paywalls. Because corporate automated purchasing systems operate with infinite balance sheets and complete price indifference, rare, low-print texts are being rapidly drained from the secondhand market. Once these volumes are sheared and recycled in Nevada, they are gone from circulation, permanently depriving future scholars and readers of physical access to specific historical records. Amazon began its corporate existence in 1994 as an online bookstore, building the foundation of modern e-commerce by organizing and distributing physical literature across the globe. Today, that same company is deploying its vast capital to buy those specific volumes back, only to strip them of their bindings and pulp their digitized remains. The transition to the generative AI era is now being actively fueled by the permanent physical destruction of our analog history.